I got this wild theory that your digital footprint's not going to matter in like 5 years. Something is going to happen to the internet, the mainstream internet that we all have access to, whether it is just a disconfiguration, like a changing of who gets access to it, or it's like a blackout, or a bunch of companies fall off just out of nowhere. But there's going to be a real change in internet and digital access, especially in America, because I guarantee you a bunch of censorship is going to start coming up in relation to Christian nationalists taking over our country. But the reason why I'm starting to even become a little more loose with my content strategy and really just going all in and creating as much as I can and attempting to learn as much as I can off that process is because you're either creating this art for your own personal development and then opening up the door for opportunities to extend for you beyond that to actualize more either different versions or deeper versions of yourself anyway. So you're never really in competition too much with the world or waiting for the world to validate you on your process. You're just going on your journey and then meeting people along the way. Where on the contrary, other people are posting for the validation of others, or other people are posting and creating and making stuff, whether it's for money, whether it's for views, it's for likes, it's for like community. And they're not creating in relation to or always being able to stand on their own beliefs and their own intention if they had their back against the wall. There's always some kind of needle in there that is just infecting the whole mission with I am seeking to be completed by the outside world. And I think most creators are like that. But if you think about it like that, then you're going to put yourself in one of two boxes. One, you're going to think that you're not worthy of being a creator because you're not like the other socially validated creators out right now, or the viral ones. So you're just not going to make any art. You're just going to shit on people who do try and create. Or you're going to be creating, but again, as I was explaining earlier, you're creating for the sake of getting something out of the people who are consuming what you create, rather than creating to create and then allowing what the consumers feel to complement the journey that you're always going to be on, because you're an artist every second you wake up and every second you go to sleep. But one sad thing about people feeling like, oh, digital footprint's going to fuck you up, is that you don't post content, you don't interact with people, or at least intentionally. You don't seek opportunities on here, and to where you, somebody who sits on social media to escape your real world, may be like, why are people like even making stuff on here? Why do people keep posting videos if they don't get views? Why do people do this stuff if they're not getting brand deals? Yeah. You don't understand that this whole age of virality is going to be the thing that sabotages the credibility of this internet age. And also it's going to expose the saturation of this like content era. So at some point, and this is why I was explaining, there's going to be like a digital blackout, or it's just going to be so hyper saturated, this like creation space. People are going to have to either wean off of this completely and allow it to like fix itself, or there's a completely new type of creative that we don't know because we've never seen it before, that is going to start to be valued and appreciated on these platforms, or on whichever platforms are starting to come in. And the people that will be best prepared for this next phase will be the ones who said, you know what? I'm going to use social media and the internet to figure out myself as deeply as possible, to find out how much I truly want to be in this world and who I can be, and then take every step using every platform, every opportunity I can to actualize that with every breath I have in this life. So even when the time comes where TikTok gets banned, where they shut down Instagram, where Facebook gets sold to somebody, where something happens and these platforms get taken away from me, It's totally okay, because the person I became on the other side of utilizing these platforms is so much more valuable than the person I would have had the potential to be before using them, that now my life is a better place. I know who I am, and I know how to separate who I am from the tools I need to use to get myself and my identity to an environment or reality that I want to exist in. Instead of being at the mercy of trends, being at the mercy of, oh, well, my family and friends are going to see that video I posted and flop, and they're going to say I'm a weirdo. Or like, oh, those hate comments make me feel like shit because I can't self-validate and accept myself, so I'm just going to internalize what that person said instead of believe what the fuck I think about myself. So let's wrap this whole video up again. You know how I like to throw all the ingredients, I throw all the za in the beginning, grind it up, and then bring out the paper, and then we wrap it up and at the end of the video. The intention behind this whole rant is create content, create art, create from the self to the world with the intention of being able to seek and accept who you are before the world has an opportunity to reject and shut that shit down. And then allow yourself in that little space of I accept myself in spite of the world not. Find the people that exist in that little Venn diagram middle space right there. And those are going to be the people that allow you to see parts of this life, see aspects of yourself that nothing, no amount of money, no amount of fame, power, privilege could ever get you. And it's authentic to you because it's who you are in spite of who the world expects you or is attempting to force you to be. And social media has played a ridiculous role in influencing how people should see themselves or how people should be, stopping them from seeking or even desiring to know who they could be and who they're willing to take the steps and make the sacrifices for in order to become. So remember, this social media digital footprint shit's not going to matter in a couple of years. I mean, think about it. These white kids are saying the ER to each other like it's freaking hotcakes. And they still got their careers, bro. You can't grow up. You can't grow up. I was only 16. I was only 16 driving a Mercedes to high school, and I said the ER one time. I can't grow up and learn.